Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I advise and empower women professionals to step into their most authentic personal brand to gain lucrative opportunities. And we are focusing on 4 specific areas: appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and our digital presence, because knowing how we can approach this from a holistic, all right, way, we understand that we can gain all the things that we're looking for. So if you are here with me this morning, please make sure that you give me a proper shout out. Okay. Let me know where you're streaming in from. Hey, Queen, how you doing, Chevy? Good morning and happy Wednesday, because it is Wednesday today. I'm usually here on Tuesday, but I had another commitment, and so I am here with you this morning. Now, as we are here, we all understand what we are here to do, and that is to slay. Okay. Slay means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, and to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym because I am extra like that. So S stands for stay ready to be ready. L, lead out loud. A sense of community, a sense of family. And Y, you are built to last. And on this show, y'all, it's all about inspiration. We're here to elevate your mindset, empower you to go out and do the thing that you said you always wanted to do. But this time you're going to have unstoppable, unshakable confidence. You're going to master communication. You're going to articulate your message. You're going to share what you do, and you're going to do it with resiliency. Okay. Now, I am a professional keynote speaker, a personal brand expert, a certified image consultant, and as most of you know, United States Air Force veteran, HUA, and I served 30 years. And I am leveraging my skills, my expertise, my experiences in this next chapter. And I'll tell you, over the past year, I have been able to get so many opportunities. Why? Because I decided to build my personal brand outside of the uniform. Okay. That is one of the things that sometimes we forget to do, especially if we've been into a career for more than 20, 25, 30 years. We are here now to build a reputation outside of what we were doing before, and it could look completely different. Okay. Now, this morning, I'm going to talk to you about aligning your personal brand with your goals, and as well as what does bold leadership look like for women today. And I know that some of you are like, oh my goodness. All right. I don't know. All right. I'm here to help you. All right. Because I discovered the key to solving the biggest challenges women leaders face when it comes to their personal brand and leadership. I have a master's degree in strategic leadership. I also, like I said, am a certified image consultant. So I'm pairing the two, y'all. Okay. Those two go hand in hand. And so throughout my career and now beyond, as a businesswoman, CEO, and founder of Slay to Success, I realize you have to build unshakable confidence. You have to define a leadership presence that commands respect. You need to navigate these high stakes transitions with ease. Enhance your executive communication and align your visual branding with your career or business goals. All right. I'm here to help you to start to overcome those challenges, to elevate your personal brand and step boldly into your power. There is no more shrinking. There's no more playing safe. There's no more talking about, I can't, I don't know how to do so. I am your persons when it comes to that. I offer a variety of programs and consultations, either for individuals. I have a 6-week personal brand program. And I tell you, I have women that I have guided, supported, and they are out here. Okay. So if you have an interest in knowing and understanding what that means, and personal branding is intentional, it is very intentional. We don't do stuff just to be doing stuff. We are very intentional, meaning we are very intentional with how we want to be perceived. Right. So we are taking the steps and the measures to make sure that that is the case, because sometimes we're misunderstood. Sometimes we're not invited to the table or to the party, if you will, because we are not showing up in our most authentic way. So, as I'm talking through this morning, if you have anything to share, please let me know. Now, I got a hard stop this morning because, as you can see, I'm a little bit elevated in the jewelry. I am going to a holiday party for one of the groups, organizations that I'm a part of, and I'm going to be elevating from this. Okay, so this is just the base. But I will be putting pictures out there, as you know, on LinkedIn, Facebooks, YouTube, okay, so that you can see how you can go about doing what I have created. And I've created a blueprint for myself, and you can as well. But this is all about bold leadership and aligning your personal brand with your goals. First of all, we got to build confidence, okay, that makes us unstoppable. I work out every morning. That is part of how I have built my confidence level. I challenge myself with a lot of different exercises that no 52-year-old should be doing. Okay. If you kind of look and you go, wow, why is she doing burpees with weights? Okay. Why is she sprinting up hills? Why is she lifting heavy weights to the point where I'm like, I look at the weight and it's a 45-pound or 50-pound weight. I'm like, what am I doing? But you know what? It's all in the vein. So when I step into the real life of challenges that comes with building your confidence, I can do it. I have this mindset now, right? So whatever that is. So I'm going to give you a few tips as to how you can start to do it if you're, kind of in a space where you're like, you know what, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. All right. Building your confidence that makes you unstoppable. So you need to start with some affirmations. All right. Now, I didn't get um like into affirmations until after I retired from the military. And I found that adding it's a tool. All right. It's not all be all, because you need to be taking action when you have these affirmations. We can be speaking things into existence, into the universe, if you will. But if you're not taking the action, so maybe you can tell yourself, I'm worthy of success, or I'm bold and I'm a confident leader. All right. Then you need to take the steps to make sure that that happens. So maybe tackle some manageable goals, some realistic goals to create the momentum, and then celebrate your progress, celebrate your wins. I've had to stop and think about, sometimes I get into the big vision. I'm very visionary, y'all. I'm like, we need to go all the way over here. But then I don't stop in the moment and celebrate, like, the other day, and this is just recently, people are reaching out to me and they want to, hire me, if you will, as a speaker. And I had a problem with quoting the number, okay? Quoting what I was worth. And over the past 3 years, I've gotten better. And yesterday or the day before, I was like, here's the number. And it may sound scary to you, but it's, in reality is it's now time. Okay. So building your confidence level. And I've had to do that, and then celebrating that win. I had to reflect on my past achievements that really sets me apart from everyone else. Okay. Military experience has definitely done that. Um, and I also am really good at working out. And sometimes I don't want to admit that to myself, but I am. I have created a workout plan for myself, as well as my eating plan, to maintain my weight loss. And that's not an easy thing to do. So I have been giving myself more credit than I thought. And it's really just building upon that, right? So make sure that you're building confidence that makes you feel unstoppable. Good morning, Cherise. How you doing? Thank you for being here with me live. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, Queen, we are here talking about how to align our personal brand with our goals, and we're doing it with bold leadership. Okay, we're building personal brands, and we're getting real bold about what we want and how we want it and where we want to be. Okay, it is the Slay Queen. Yes, ma'am. Look at Look, Kenya and Sharice, y'all are here in the building. Y'all, my my secret weapon, if you will, when it comes to my jewelry. I got one in person, one online. Look, it's all good, right? I buy from everybody, when especially this jewelry. All right. So I thank you all for being here. It is me, yes, and I hope you are doing well too. I haven't seen you in a while, and I hope to see you really soon. So thank you for showing up here. The second thing that I would encourage all of us to do is to really own a leadership presence that turns heads. Okay, that turns heads. When we step into a room or to a space, especially one that we have never been in before, it should be all eyes on me. All eyes on me. Okay, I've done the work, I have the experience, I have the skill set. Now I want to be seen and I want to be heard. And the way that we can do that is by standing tall, making really great eye contact, right? And walking with some purpose. We're not heads down, looking at the floor. We're looking up. We're looking around. We're doing an assessment. Who's in the room? We have some goals of who we want to meet and why we want to meet them, right? Because our body language speaks before we do. Okay. People can tell whether or not you're timid, you're scared, you're unsure of yourself by the way that you are walking into a room. And I have seen it time and time again. There are many women who want to shrink themselves and make themselves look smaller because they don't want anybody to say, well, who do you think you are? All right. You think you're better than anybody up in here. You just too much. And it's really an expression of I know myself, I know what I want and how I'm going to be in here. And I am trying to open myself up to new opportunities. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to support wherever I can and leverage what I have. So, wearing clothing, okay, so that's where we're going to start too with. That's why I got my certification as an image consultant because I am very in tune to how clothes can convey a certain message. And we need to wear clothes that aligns with our personal brand and makes us feel powerful. Okay. I have chosen the color pink on purpose. I have a pink bodysuit on. Well, it's not bodysuit, it's a jumpsuit, y'all, today. But I will have a jacket that goes over it. And I'm telling people in there that I am more kind, more gracious, more fun, more playful, more open, more courageous, and confident because it takes something to wear these bright colors. All right. And I'm getting real bold. Yes, Queen. I'm getting real bold. 2025, y'all haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing yet. All right. Because I am like pushing myself beyond of what I've always been comfortable with. If we stay in the comfort zone, all right, we're going to get the same results over and over again. And I'm like, we show up differently every year in my mind. How can I show up differently? I have a strategic plan on how I'm going to do that. So, yes. And Coach Simone, Coach K is in the building. Good morning. How you doing? So glad that you're here with me live. I see you, Queen. You're out there of just doing it, and I'm all here for it. All of it. I hope you're doing well. I know that you had an accident and you're in recovery. So please, like, take it easy, and I will see you very soon. Bring on the colors. Queen, I originally had a pair of black pants to wear with this top that I'm going to wear today. I'm like, why do I like look at the black and go, you know what, it goes with everything. But when you're trying to make a statement in a room, in a space, no, black is not for me anymore. And I am not a type of a dark type person. Like my energy is not dark. And that is not what I'm trying to go for. Okay. So my personal brand is, hey, I'm out here. Okay. I want to be seen. I'm doing well. You're welcome, Queen. And I hope that you continue to have a speedy and healthy recovery, Queen. because we need you to be out in these streets. Okay. Now, so wear the clothing that aligns with your personal brand. All right. And that makes you feel most powerful. Stop going to the other pieces of clothing that do nothing for you. If it does not excite you and it doesn't bring out the best in you, don't even wear it. Okay. Now, you also need to navigate these transitions with grace and ease. All right. So I have a lot of women coming to me asking for support because they have been transitioning from a long career or from a significant emotional event that has occurred in their life, and they're trying to get back to, their the best versions of themselves or reach their fullest potential, right? And when I retired, the first few months was kind of shaky, as it always is, right? I even asked myself, you know, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing here? In the closet, I was just crying my eyeballs out. I was not feeling good. I felt like, there's a loss. There's a loss. I had a loss of a career. I had lost my dad, there was just so many emotions that were tied up. And I decided to like clean up my wardrobe and change it around. And then also as to how can I push myself? And I created this plan. So I had to do the identity work first. Okay. Then I focused on the areas that I really wanted to get better at. And that was public speaking. I wanted to be an author. I wrote a book, but now I have 4 books that I have been an author of or part of, because I knew that there was some other things that I had experienced, and I wanted just to push it out there, and I wanted to like recreate a name for myself, reinvent myself, but I had to take the steps to do it. All right. And that's what now I coach, like, and my clients. I have several clients, y'all, a lot of women, who are like, hey, I need some help. And I was like, okay. So I have been taking them through the steps that I went through. And it's like a 6-week plan. And it has been working so great for so many. But anywho, we got to navigate our transitions with grace and ease. We have to map out our next steps, and we have to anticipate obstacles to reduce uncertainty. Because when you're creating a personal brand and you have this bold leadership about you, there are going to be a lot of unknowns that you're going to come up against. You're going to go to an event and you're like, wow, everyone else in here is talking this language and I'm talking this language over here. How do I adjust? How do I communicate to them what I do and how I do it? Even if I don't have a business, how do I communicate what I do in this next chapter of mine? Like, who am I in its entirety? And so we have to really surround ourselves with some mentors, with some friends, or even coaches or consultants, all right, who can guide and encourage us along the way. And we have to see the challenges as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to redefine our leadership style. My leadership style in the military is much different than what it is now in this next chapter. I am not doing this, okay? I used to do this a lot. I used to put my hand, there's a lot of hand knifing going on, okay? Like, this is what we doing, all right? I need you to pay attention. And it was a whole lot of gesturing. All right. Now I'm like, I can't be going in here, and especially in the civilian community, and expect people to pop to their feet, because that is not the environment that I'm in anymore. All right. So I had to change the entire, not entire, but some of the gestures, body language, communication styles that I have from nonverbals. And I had to make sure that I was able to communicate and it was resonating with the audience that I was there. The empowerment assistance you provide is so special and so needed. Queen, I understood where I was at, and I said, if I'm here and I've had all this experience and I've been all around this world and done so many things, how many other women are feeling the same way as me? I don't want any woman within earshot or arm's length of me to feel like they are less than, that they have to be a certain person. They can't be themselves. All right. They can't create opportunities for themselves. I'm like, no, we are not starting from scratch. We are starting from experience. All right. All the things that we have learned up to this point, we have more wisdom. All right. We understand ourselves better. We just need a little bit of encouragement. All right. And a plan on how to get there. And then you're off on your way, right? I would like your leadership style when I met you to a mom or an auntie. Thank you, Glenn Roy. Thank you for being here live. And oh my goodness. you know, when we met, I was then a mom. I just had AJ. And so, it changed, it evolved as I evolved, but I really appreciated, being a part of other people's journey and allowing them to see the best in themselves, but a little bit of tough love. Okay. Because sometimes in reality, people think, oh, I'm doing great. And you are, but you may need a little bit of redirection. Okay, to really be successful in where you're trying to go. So I appreciate that comment and I'll take that. I received that, Glenroy. All right. So next we need to do is bold leaders. Okay, we listen to understand. We don't listen to respond. How many times have you had conversations with people and they just be talking and talking and talking and talking, and you can't get a word in inchwise because they think that what they got to say is the all to be all. And so, what I'm finding, especially in this new chapter, is I am listening more than I am talking. Okay. I don't go in there and tell them, hey, this is what I've been doing. This is how I do it. Da, 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 da. I want to know what other people are doing because I want to grow. All right. I have a very open mind about a lot of different things now, different perspectives of people who share. And I'm like, yes, like I learned something new today. Okay. So that is my goal every day. Learn something new. The leadership style is necessary based on the people that you are leading. Adjustment leadership style based on your subordinate audience is absolutely key. Yes, it is. You got to know who you're talking to. Okay. And you got to know where they're at. You talking well above your audience, they are not going to connect with you. And so, as a public speaker, I'm always looking around in the room and I'm reading people. I'm looking at their faces. If they're head nodding, yeah, they're agreeing with me. Or if they're just kind of like with a scowl face, then I need to adjust. All right. I need to get more lighthearted. I need to insert something in there to invoke another type of emotion. All right. That's what public speakers do. If they're going to get really great at it, they don't just speak to be speaking, they speak with their audience. All right. In a way where they're like, oh my goodness, wow, this is great. Like I learned and I feel so inspired. That's what you're looking for, right? So we need to listen more and stop talking as much as we want to. All right. Because that's when we're going to really get the meat of what people are saying. And we need to show others that we value their input. All right. We value their presence. We value what they have accomplished. We value what they're bringing to the table because you want that in return. Okay. So you got to listen. All right. And then we got to create a powerful narrative about our journey and our values that others can connect with. This is why I wrote my book. When I share with people, when it's appropriate, that I served for 30 years in the Air Force, eyeballs are coming out of their head. Okay. They're popping out of their head. They're like, what? And then I know there are a lot of assumptions that are being made. And they're coming up with their own narrative. okay, on how I got to the places that I was at. And I was like, no, 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 no. Here, I want you to read this book first. Okay. This is going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm not trying to make money off my book, y'all. It is a business card for me, it is a calling card. Here is who I am. And I just want you to get a little insight, and I want you to be open minded about women in the military. So, also, I want you to know that I have gotten through so many obstacles. I mean, heavy barriers. And if I can do it, you can do it. So that's the starting point, right? So we have to create a powerful narrative about our journey and what we value. I value slay. Okay. So I can always just speak to that at any point and then allow people to be like, okay, this is the foundation to what she does. And Glenroy said, he just made a great point. Speak with people, not necessarily to people. Yes. Again, military career experience, right? And Glenroy is also a veteran. So, understanding the culture. We had a lot of people who were speaking to us or at us, and it wasn't even in a conversation. It was just like, you're just talking. And it felt ingenuine. It didn't feel sincere. It felt like it was forced. It was all over the place. You couldn't read people. There was no like consistency in the way that they were showing up. They're just talking. And I got frustrated a whole lot because when they started talking, I was like, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to this, not one bit. Because you're speaking at us, you're speaking to us, you're not speaking with us. So, yes. And Coach K, she says, yes, those preconceived ideas. Her 28 years of Army service taught me a lot. Huh? Yes, Queen. It is our secret weapon. We have had conversations, situations just happen, and we had to figure out how to navigate through that. That's a skill set. We've had to make some decisions in real time on how we were going to push through and not lose ourselves, all right? And not give up because it's so easy to give, especially as you're going up. Those last few years, Queen, I know for me and probably for you as well, they were the hardest years. They almost took me out. But I had to learn, okay, what are we here for? Why are you serving? What is your purpose? All right. Let's figure that out and just keep moving forward. All right. I had to forgive a lot of people and myself in a lot of different ways because things that I had to do or had to create, I just didn't want to do it, but because of the system, and you can go on and on and on, right? All right. So, the next thing that I would say is we got to be direct and we got to be authentic. So we need to say what we mean, what we say, and do it with kindness and clarity. Kindness and clarity. We're just not going to just tell people like you just going to have to deal with me and it is what I say, it's my way or the highway. No. As we are aligning our personal brand with our goals and we are doing it boldly, we need to be kind and we need to be clear. Those are the ways that we can win hearts and minds. And we have to really be defining our brand with 3 words. And I think I talked about this a few episodes ago, right? How we want to be perceived. Do we want to be perceived as confident or approachable or visionary? Whatever those 3 words are, that's what we need to start walking in and being very consistent. Be consistent online, okay? Because again, I'll share, I met people, online, great, talking the same language as I do. But then when I meet them in person, a whole different character. Like, oh no. So we have to be consistent, all right, with our online presence as well as when we meet people in person. We have to be consistent in our wardrobe. It has to make sense. All right. Let's refrain from trying to put all these different pieces together and we don't know what you are doing or saying. All right. Are you classy? Are you sporty? Are you vibrant? Do you have the brand colors in place? What is it that you're trying to convey? All right. And you can articulate that, and our behaviors all need to be consistent, and they have to reflect our qualities that we are trying to portray. And we need to invest in ourselves. All right, I have invested in myself past 3 years. I am absolutely grateful that I have done that, because I have really redefined and elevated my image. And that's what we need to be doing. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with a few powerful statements and then I got to go. Okay. So if you're still with me, thank you so much for being here. And let me just get in these last few statements and then we be out there and we can slay the rest of this week. That on and offline presence is essentially important. Yes, they need to see, right? I always get, and I continue to strive for this. I always get, man, you are the same woman that I see online um, when I see in person. And I said, yes, that's what my goal is. I don't ever want to say, there are two different persons, a Jekyll and a Hyde in here. Okay. We got to be very consistent. So here's some powerful statements, that I have used, and either saying it out loud or saying it to myself that exudes confidence. Okay. This is like this bold leadership and aligning our personal brand with our goals. So when I introduce myself nowadays, I tell people I'm here to make an impact and deliver results. My word for 2025 is impact. I've already chosen it. All right. But that's what I continue to say. I'm here to make impact and I'm here to deliver results. Okay. The other quote or statement that I make is my experience speaks for itself, and I'm excited to bring my expertise to this challenge. All right. My experience speaks for itself, and I'm excited to bring my expertise to this challenge. Okay. And lastly, I thrive in high pressure environments, and I know how to deliver under any circumstance. Okay. Again, I'll say the last one because I know this speaks for a lot of us because we've been in this situation before. I thrive in high pressure environments and I know how to deliver under any circumstance. And that's what's carrying me into this next chapter. So, thank you all for being here live as we talk through bold leadership and aligning our personal brand with our goals that we are going to make for 2025. And so I was just want to give a shout out to everyone who was here live: Chevy, Cherise, Kenya, Coach K, and Glenroy. Thank you so much. And yes, you have an abundant day as well, Coach K. And I will see you all this Sunday night on the Slay to Success talk show, and I have a Slay Amazing guest as we talk through leadership, wellness, mindset, and personal branding. So keep on slaying until you can't slay no more, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye. Love y'all.